For Mini Challenge 1, we're presenting ClockPetals, a visual analytics system to reveal spatiotemporal sequential patterns from a large dataset of traffic records. ClockPetals abstractly preserves a map into a road network with nodes and edges, in a form that analogous to a plant called clock flower with petals and vines. The vine-like edges represent two-way traffic from nodes to nodes, with the curvature implying driving on the right. Flowers visualize temporal patterns of vehicle passing gates, ranger stops, and camping sites. By clicking on any petal, the detailed line graph can help further investigation and comparison. The flowers can be switched over 4 different time ranges: month view with 13 petals, day view with 30 petals, 24-hour view with 24 petals, and a pin view showing that how long each vehicle stays in camping sites or ranger stops. In the system, we can look at the traffic data from different dimensions. We can filter the vehicles by their types. For example, the park service cars always patrolled inside the park and never went out of the entrances. The Type 4 trucks seems like either trespassed the park or headed to Ranger Stop 3. With fewer cars, the flower center becomes smaller. The edges color becomes lighter, but the maximum width remains. Width of the edges are automatically adjusted to show the relative number of traffic along the route. The maximum number of traffic along one single route is about 7,000 cars, while the minimum number is only 1. To clearly convey such a large range of values, we double encoded the edges by both width and color. By filtering the vehicles by month, we can find, for example, in January and February there were not many cars stayed in the camping sites, except camping site 8. The vehicles can also be filtered by their routes. There were many cars trespassed the park from entrance to entrance. Such traffic happened in a year-round pattern. Our system enables the user to continuously click the edges to select the vehicles which are on those roads, and meanwhile right-click the edges to remove those vehicles on those roads from the current of vehicles. We can also see some passenger cars visited a ranger stop that were always blocked by a gate which is accessed by park service only, so that we can decide it was pretty unusual. From the pin view, we can see staying pattern in camping sites and ranger stops. The colors of the pins differentiate the types of the vehicles, and the length of the pins tell how long they stayed. We found camping season in the park started in May, peaked in July and August, and ended in October. Many people stayed just for a day. They came as early as 5 in the morning and left as late as 4 in the afternoon. Some people stay in camping sites for several days, while a lot of vehicles just stop by for several seconds. There was someone who visited camping site 0 for 6 times in every weekend in March and April in 2016. Meanwhile, here are several pins that has the same car ID, which means this vehicle has stayed in every camping site for about a month, then moved to another. Combining its route, we found this vehicle never passed an entrance after entering the park from entrance 0, so that we can say it has stayed in the park for the whole year.